Alright, just to let you guys know, another update on the Datsun. I have officially gone Megasquirt. Got an MS3 here. Got a JB Performance injector peak and hold driver board. Everything is coil unplugged using the factory ignition module and full sequential. So check it out. What do you guys think? Got everything hooked up using the factory distributor, or not distributor, cam angle sensor. Let me show you guys. As you see, my airflow meter is now gone. Everything is still the same. Take the resistor box off. Currently running it on alpha N. I don't have a map sensor connected to it. I got my wires ran for it though, but I'm gonna put it like right here so that I can get this vacuum line, so it'd be nice and close. The only thing I had to add was the air intake temperature sensor, and then the map sensor is gonna go right there. I did a couple of wiring changes. Yeah, I broke the case, but it still runs. I'll change that later. Let's see what's important here. Now I can go over it over and over, show you guys everything and how I did this. It all looks like junk right here, so it's easier for me to just do a write-up on it for you guys. But basically, it's got my fuse for my injectors here, which is running off the same power which is here as my Megasquirt, which is connected to the ECU relay. But what I had to do was, because the factory ECU relay actually takes an ignition wire, which is this one here, and goes to the ECU, turns the ECU on, and then it throws a ground wire, this one here. This is the red with the black stripe. It grounds this to turn the ECU relay on. So what's going to happen is if you try to hardwire the Megasquirt, it's not going to run. So you have to swap those wires around and then make it so that the negative is constant, and then you get power from the ignition relay instead of it being turned on by the ECU. It'll be turned on by when the ignition relay turns on, which in turn turns on the fuel relay and everything else. So I know it sounds kind of confusing. I got all my fuses for my fans and for my fuel pump and for the Megasquirt itself. Check it out. Now, it took me about a day to do the wiring. The wiring is pretty simple. There's a lot of leftover stuff, but not a lot, but you can see them right here. I'm just going to use them to run different wires back and forth between the engine bay and here in case I need them, because they're all disconnected in that same area where you had seen. So the only thing that's not working right now is my tack, but I'll worry about that later. I gotta tack on my laptop now. So see if I can. Oh yeah, there's too much brightness going on here. Anyways, let's see. I'll get it better one day, but that's not important. This is what's important. Now the only reason why it kind of does that little poppity pop and stuff, because the injectors are like right at the bottom of they're linear region and they tend to get all funky, but let me go over a few things with you guys. I might ask a bunch of questions, so let me see what I can answer right now. There's 3 of these injector wires that go to the ECU, but as you can see I have 4 because you need 4, 1 for each of the drivers here. And the way that you do it is, don't panic, just add a wire, because all it is, it all skinnies up, skinnies up, skinnies up. Where's that little itty bitty wire? To 1 wire. So it all, this is factory. It all comes to a connection to 1 wire, so just get it together. Another thing, on your triggers, you guys will see not these ones, but where are they at? Because I taped them up to themselves. Here's one, and here's the other. Okay, so you see these two, these are the triggers right here. One is for the 180 degree, one is for the 1 degree. This is basically the 360 degree slotted one and the one with the 4 slots. There's 2 wires, they're all connected to the same one. So you'll have 2 wires of the white ones coming out, one smaller than the other, but they both have the same gauge. I believe it's going to be 20 gauge or 22 gauge wire. Yeah, it's 22 gauge wire in there. So tape one away and use the other one to trigger. Same thing with the other signal. Just tape it up. Don't worry about it. You know, you don't need to connect 2 wires. Just make sure you don't have that other wire going all strange, touching stuff. Okay. As you see, I got PT4 connected. Yeah, I got some diode stuff going on under there. And then also I'm using the spark out on the LEDs to run the coil unplug. And when you do your settings, I'll go over those right now, but just make sure that those lights are lit and not off. And that, I'll show you the setting reason why, because I burnt. See, look, you like that, huh? See, look at that. That's the transistor imprinted on the back of it on my finger, trying to see if that shit was hot. That burnt. Ooh, that was not fun. So I'm trying to show you guys so you guys don't learn the hard way like I did. Anyways, let's go over the settings. Okay. Basically, don't worry about my fuel settings because my injector is going to be different than yours. So it's SR20. This depends on where you got your cam angle sensor. I got mine set at falling edge, going low, because believe me, if you have it going high, what'll happen is that it grounds the module constantly and it will get hot. So it has to be going low, coil unplugged, LEDs at the spark, and MS3X cam in. Don't get confused. When they pick cam in, it automatically picks PT4. It doesn't use the cam in circuit. And I got it on inverted. Everything works. Dwell time nominal set at 1.9, spark duration at 1. I'm still working on those settings because I'm not exactly for sure, but I know that it runs on that. But I'm not getting any dropouts, but I haven't driven it neither, so couldn't tell you. But nothing's getting hot. It runs nice and smooth, kinda, except for when it starts getting to the 1.615 millisecond range. Everything gets a little misconstrued. I am using the accelerator pump enrichment. Works good with my alpha N setup. Because I'm not really driving it. My alpha N is set like so.